irrelevant. They all Zoe Camp, it's half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she loved that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna look me, I have to tell her it's not that. For the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say, set page. Used to kick boot on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Rips in the denim, that's classic. Beats get wrapped like Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as your...
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Moore, the motion man right. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. #4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that #1 spot.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line, got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action. Now Carr. He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And score that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon, racing to the end zone. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. They coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Bengals 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Yellow. 2nd down and 3. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
Come on, baby.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, Carr.
That pass complete to Moore.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At their 49-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But throwing with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen. 23 yards the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here's Mahomes to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Easy. Yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down
These
to
two
Orlando,
teams making their
that's where
final
we find our
adjustments
man,
for the
Jonathan
second half.
Coachman,
And to bring it
at
your
our
way,
EA Sports
we go back up to
halftime
Cincinnati
report. Coach.
and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Beckham in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Though. Find him. Find him.
Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Milton Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A 60-yard attempt.
this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Yellow.
Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
They go with Jacobs. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes will throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Here's 1st down. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back